My name is Kevin Sullivan. I was a franchisee with Domino's Pizza and Papa John's Pizza, Subway sandwiches, Dunkin' Donuts, all in New York City, and helped develop some restaurants down in Washington, D.C. area as well. You know, one of the things that we did in New York City is I took over two corporate facilities, one down on Wall Street, which had just a very heavy lunch business, and then the other one was at New York University in the East Village in New York City, which was, you know, it was kind of an all day. I mean, we were open till probably 3 a.m. most nights, you know, catering to the students on campus, and, you know, we had a lot of, you know, small businesses around us, and so, you know, it was really out of necessity. When I took over the restaurants, they were doing, you know, $4,000 or $5,000 a week in volume, and you're sitting in there thinking, well, hey, you know, we're Domino's Pizza. Everybody ought to know that, and just call us because we've got the sign up there, and, you know, everybody knows we deliver, and, you know, why aren't we doing more business? So, you know, it was really out of necessity, saying, you know, we're going to have to go out in the community and become a part of the larger heart here. And we had guys walking around the neighborhood and, you know, letting people know what we do. Hey, we'd like to feed you for lunch. We'd go to the local churches. We'd go to the local schools. We'd be standing out on the sidewalk when the kids would come out, and, you know, with pizzas ready to go, and it just kind of graphed into catering. I didn't know that's what I was doing at the time, but geez, I mean, after a while, people start calling, going, look, we've got this function over at the university, or we've got this, you know, this deal going on at the church on Saturday afternoon. Can you deliver? And of course, you know, in the pizza business, it was always, you know, as an owner or manager, you're thinking, you know, I want to make sure that I can keep the product hot so that it tastes good. And, you know, one thing led to another. And, of course, I'd rather be there, you know, overseeing that process so I know what they're getting, and I could time it with my, you know, cell phone and make sure I'm calling the restaurant going, look, you know, we need, you know, 7 more pizzas over here in the next 25 minutes. Let's make this happen, guys, and staff it properly so that, you know, everybody walks out, you know, with smiles on their faces. I mean, it was just really you know, we had as much or more fun doing that as we did just sitting in there waiting for the phone to ring. You know, really think logically about what it is that you're doing with the hours of the day that restaurant's open, because at the end of the month, you know, your light bill's going to be the same. I mean, there are certain things that are going to be the same. I mean, your rent is not going to, you know, it's the same every month. So the hours of the day that I can fill in there, during some of the slower hours, I can be doing prep work. I've got people out in the street, you know, at lunchtime, going into the businesses, going into whatever local businesses. Hey, we'd like to feed you this Friday. And basically, you're taking your restaurant outside. No different than geez, you know, in the springtime where you set tables and chairs up on the sidewalk, all you're doing is setting tables and chairs up inside of buildings. It's just an extension of something that you already do.